Welcome to Third Eye Champagne. I'm Kirsten, Langston, author and intuitive. No, we have no live stream today. We have no bananas today. My week has been insane. It has been an insane week. If you want personal tea, you should definitely become a member of thirdEyeChampagne.com or Patreon, because that's usually where I have my nervous breakdowns. Yeah, it's just been crazy. So I do not have the wherewithal to engage in a live stream today. And besides that, I want to really, my intention was to do this video and a live stream, and y'all, this week has been madness. So I'm going to do the reading on the Supreme Court decisions, specifically Chevron, and, basically, like, it's not illegal if the president does it. And then I'm going to do a separate reading on Joe Biden. Now, this whole Joe Biden thing is insane to me. So basically, Nancy Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi, who I have never liked. I know people get mad at me back in the day, especially when Trump was president, and I would always talk shit on Pelosi. People were so mad at me, but I'll tell you, I never liked her. And she totally backstabbed Joe Biden. At her age, she's still in office. She's still planning on running for office some more. And then she's like, Joe needs to step down. I'm not going to endorse him. Wow. Listen, I'm going to do a separate reading on that and see, what's going on there. If you want that reading, that is going to be a member exclusive. So join thirdEyeChampagne.com, join Patreon. They start at $11 a month. There's two other things I want to tell you about. I am doing a love candle service. Listen, these candles work. They work. It's a 7-day candle service, so you're not buying a candle. Some people got confused last time. You're not buying a candle. You're buying the service. So your name, when you buy the service, your name goes on the candle, and I do a bunch of stuff to it, witchy shit, technical term, and then it gets lit for 7 days, and I pray and meditate over it. Now, I can't make somebody love you. Absolutely not. Nobody can. If somebody's telling you they can do that, it's a scam. But will this help release general energy of love into your life? Yes, absolutely it will, hands down. I swear by these candles. I wouldn't be offering them as a service if I didn't think they worked, if they haven't worked for me. So it does bring more love into your life, self-love, regular love, platonic love. It just helps you when you make that exchange, that intention of, okay, I'm putting my name on the candle. It sets an intention out to the universe. In a way, it kind of doesn't matter what I do to the candle, because you've set your intention. You've said, not only that, but I put money towards it. Like, it's something I believe in, right? So that helps the most of all, I think, with this kind of stuff. But anyway, if you want to get that, the link is in the box. It's also on my store. So if you go to kirstenlangston.rocks and shopping and readings, it's right there. I'm lighting that Saturday. I'm lighting that puppy this Saturday, so get there if you want it. The other thing is July 16th, Club 3333. So that is our Tanzanite member level at thirdEyeChampagne.com. You can only get it at thirdEyeChampagne.com. I'm going to be doing readings for you guys. So everybody will get a chance to get a reading. They are free. It's 1 or 2 card pulls. Are they as good as a private reading with me? No, they are not. They will not be. But if you're like, strapped for cash, or this will be fun, or whatever, then Club 3333 is your best bet. When you join Club 3333, you're not only getting that free reading with me on July 16th, and yeah, it's live in front of other people, so we're all going to be hanging out in Zoom. But you're also going to get the archives, the back archives of every single video I've ever done. You're going to get every blog post I've ever written. You're going to get access to everything at thirdEyeChampagne.com. So you're not just paying $33 for a 2-card reading. I'm also open for email readings. Through the end of July, they are $34. They are discounted because 34 felony convictions, $34 readings. So those are my announcements to you. And if you want to see the Joe Biden reading, then you want to become a member or a patron. This one, we're going to be looking at... Well, we know the Supreme Court is corrupt. We know that. But I would like to see the effects on America with what they've said. Now, it's not just a Trump threat. You realize this, right? It is not just a threat from Trump. This is also, anybody, any unscrupulous, terrible effing person that gets into that office now can do unscrupulous, terrible things legally. So I don't even know what that's going to do for impeachment. I have no idea. I don't know if that's going to shrink the criteria for impeachment. Oh, well, you know, he did this, but it's not illegal anymore. She did this, it's not illegal anymore. So let's see what we've got here. Ooh. Okay, so overall, at some point, okay, this could be 200 years from now, okay, I really don't know. At some point, this is overturned or overruled, or, you know, somebody switches it. I don't know if it's Congress. Congress may say, okay, Supreme Court, we know that you said this thing, but we're going to make sure there's laws that go against it. Because really all the Supreme Court is supposed to be doing is interpreting laws. You know, they can't make laws. They really can't. They can interpret laws that already exist. So, I mean, it's entirely possible Congress could make a bunch of laws that counteract what they've done here, and they just interpret it differently. Oh, nope, it's interpreted, you know, this really bizarre, you know, the Roberts Court. Like, give me a break. So, at some point, it is overturned. However, it is injecting, cover the naked people, it is injecting the devil energy here. So we have the Ace of Cups and we have the devil energy at the root of the reading. America is sitting here. So we are the Queen of Wands. Yet every country has a face card that goes with it. Every country does. It's really interesting. This is, now these are two victory cards, but they're crossing. So what this is telling me in my Celtic here is that it's impeding the country from some kind of victory, right? And these are both cards of victory. They've both got the laurels. They're both wearing the crowns. It's impeding that in some way. And then it sickens the country. Look at this. That is also here. It sickens the country. And then on top, what do we have? But we do have the Emperor card, which is the card of authoritarianism. Super fun. Let's keep looking. We're going to keep our Queen of Wands down here and take a peek at where the country is going thanks to this particular decision. I tell you what, man, I am very upset about the way things are going right now. As an American, I'm very upset. Not only do we have these god-awful Supreme Court decisions, but this Biden thing just irritates the crap out of me. He's fine. He's fine. Look, he's fine. I'm going to do a whole reading on it. Because, and when I say he's fine, I mean, you know, age-wise, mentally. Yeah, he's old. It's fine. It's, you know, it's fine. If he's not okay, Kamala Harris can take over and do a fine job. You know what I mean? So I feel like we're safe with Biden. I don't think we have any problems with him. This is all made up. It's the GOP put the talking point out there. The GOP is, this is just but her emails all over again. And the media is falling for it. And Pelosi's falling for it. Adam, what's his name? Schiff is falling for it. You know, George Clooney is falling for it. Who are you going to replace Joe Biden with? 4 months out of a race. It's not going to be Harris because she's a woman. And we saw what happened with Hillary. I doubt a black woman, no offense to anybody here, but it's America. You know, America with 3 Ks. So I doubt any black woman is going to be able to beat Donald Trump. I just think this was planned. This is but her emails again, except it's but his age. Oh shit. Okay. Oh wow. I want to do a full reading on it. I'm really pissed. I'm really, really pissed. You know, the Democrats, they turn on their own each and every freaking time. Each and every time. The GOP always, even if they're, you know, I'm a child molester, I will rally around them. It's fine. You know, art people in dressing is great. No problem. Right? Like, I stole government documents, put them in my bathroom. Fabulous. You're our guy. Joe Biden has one bad debate, and they're like, you know what? We got to get rid of this guy. It just, I am incensed. And I say this as somebody, if you recall back when Biden was running, I was like, I was not a Biden fan. I did not want Biden to run for president. I would have, obviously I voted for him because I vote blue. But I mean, if I had another choice, I wouldn't have voted for him. If they were like, hey, you got 2 choices here, it wouldn't have been him. And he delighted, shocked, and surprised me with his entire presidency. It's one of the best presidencies, most beautiful presidency, the best presidency. Honestly, I just think he did such a stellar job that I am happily, proudly voting for him again. So I'm very incensed with what's going on with him right now. That is neither here nor there because we are looking at the Supreme Court, but I had to get on my soapbox for a minute. All right, so the fate of America. Well, here's the deal. basically, how does this affect America? Well, they basically handed the cup to anybody, anybody that wants to be a dictator, that wants to be an authoritarian. Again, we have crossing. Now, I shuffled very well because you just saw how long I ran my mouth. I shuffled very well. And we have the same cards crossing. So it is impeding us from victory. They've handed tools over. So here you go, tools. They've handed the tools over for basic disaster. Not to say that we're going to get a disaster, but they've set it up that way. They have set it up that way, and it's no good. And so for some reason, somehow, this decision at some point upends the economy. I mean, this is wild to me. This is really wild to me. So let's keep going and see if we get that. Do we get a dictatorship here? And of course, I'll look at Trump and kind of see, how this plays out for him. When I did the reading on it, I said they were going to be wishy-washy. And I mean, in my opinion, they were very wishy-washy about it. First they refused to give the opinion. Then they give the opinion and it's like, well, yes and no. If it's his official capacity, then it's legal. But if it isn't, then it's illegal. I mean, that to me is wishy-washy. So, let's see. Do we get a dictatorship out of this? Let's hope not. Let's hope not, my friends. I'm disappointed. I mean, I don't know. I'm disappointed. I'm gravely, deeply disappointed in the way politics are playing out right now. It's just horrible. By the way, congratulations UK, congratulations France. You guys did the right thing. We'll see how Keir Starmer is. We're going to do another reading on that too. We'll see how Keir Starmer does at running the damn country. I'm curious to see what's going on. Also, I post a lot on my Instagram. Oh shit. Okay. Things that I predicted that have come about, and one of them, a couple of weeks ago, it was the hydrogen car, and I was like, oh my god, I said that in 2017. I got very excited about it. So I also said, hey, Labour's going to take over in the UK. It's going to be great. So we'll see. We'll take a peek. Looking at, I feel like the US may escape here by the skin of its teeth as far as an authoritarian government, but we've got rocky waters ahead, rough waters, rocky roads, whatever. Again, we see, okay, they've handed over the cup. Same card right on top of us. They've handed over the cup. Here you go. Here you go. So it's not great. It's not great. And then this is interesting because it sets up this notion of kind of, a shadow government in a way. So there's basically now the president can do secret shit, crazy shit, weird shit. This is our card of secrets. It's like, it's stuff behind the veil. And this is your government card. So it's basically set up something here where, this person in authority can be doing all this stuff that we don't even know about. And hey, I can do it because nobody needs to know about it because it's not illegal. So again, we see it's this very interesting conflict in the economy. This is interesting to me. Are we going to get an authoritarian government? I don't think so. It looks like okay, well, you look steady. Things look okay. We got some nice cards here, right? Okay, so that seems all right. But then I do get the sorrow card, which to me is like there's going to be a problem. But for me, it's not going to be this overt, brown shirts, boots on the ground kind of a thing. There's something covert about it, and I see that here. And I see that here, and I also see that in our end cards, which are here, and I'm going to talk about those in a minute. But there's something where it becomes very covert. So it's not going to open the door specifically to, and I'm going to ask, I want to get really into it. But, very, again, overt, 1930s Germany type stuff. It's not showing that here. It's showing secret behind the scenes stuff that this person is going to be allowed to do. And it's like, oh, it's fine. So we see that also here. So this is very interesting to me. This is the card of secrets again. So we have the card of secrets, we have the card of things going on behind your back, and it's coming in with the card of willpower. So, it's funny, the cards in a way are sort of hedging their bet, because the card's like, well, no, not necessarily, but you're going to have somebody at some point that's doing messed up stuff that they shouldn't be doing, to the detriment of the country, underhandedly. We may never even know about, hello Iran-Contras, how that came out. But they can just kind of, insert their will and exert their will, and nobody ever really needs to know about it. So yeah, I think we're going to have people that do things that are really, 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 really illegal. But it's not going to be this, soldiers in the streets type stuff. I don't think. I'm going to ask specifically about soldiers in the streets, but it's more under the table stuff that, we may find out about some of it. Some of it I don't think we will, because the cards of secrets, they're just sitting there. And we may be outraged as citizens, but it may not go anywhere because it's technically not illegal. So that's the kind of stuff we've been set up for here, and I feel like it's going to go on for decades. I truly, until this thing really gets settled and handled the way that it should be, this ruling, I feel like at least 2 decades we're going to be dealing with, oh my God. Oh my God. Eventually it does get, like I said, reversed, watered down, what have you. They get a harness on it. But it's really opening the door for covert actions. So it's going to be more subtle than we think. It's going to be more subtle than we think. Let's see. Is this going to give the president the power to turn on the citizens of the country? Because that's one of Trump's big fantasies, right? Especially for me and my fellow Californians. If you've read his, it's like the page 47 or the 47th Doctrine or whatever it is. It's not Project 2025. And he talks about, kind of like abolishing universities and making one university that he's going to force everybody to recognize is a real university. What the hell? But he talks about, going into woke cities and woke places and basically like putting the National Guard there. And for what? I'm not sure. I would assume hurting people. And I mean HURT, not, HERD. So let's take a peek. America's in our own cards, looking at, is this used in a violent fashion against American citizens? I think to an extent, yes. So again, check this out, dude. This is wild. The cards are wild today. We again see this cup. We've given you the cup. They have given, this opportunity, unfortunately, to whoever assumes the office of presidency, and probably vice presidency. I mean, they can probably trickle it down. Well, the Speaker of the House does it. It's not illegal because of the president. I mean, who knows where this could go, right? They've opened a door to something. But we see again, they've given the cup. Okay. And then I ask, okay, is this going to bring violence upon the citizens? I mean, more so than what we have now, because they're already violent against their own citizens here. And I see a little bit of that. I do see that. So I do see this is fighting, this is violence. But what I see most of in these cards, get ready for it. It's more under the table, covert, sneaky actions. So that's more of what we are going to see rather than this crazy stuff. So this is going to be taken advantage of. Some unscrupulous people are going to use it to their advantage, unfortunately. And I think it's going to be much more subtle than so we may not even realize it's going on for a while. Honestly, I want to, while we're here, because I think this is a big part of it, look at the media. I think the media in the U.S. is in decline. I don't know if it's around the world, but I think in decline in the U.S. it is in decline. And it's going to play a big part in being a watchdog for these new powers that the president has been given. So I want to look at the stuff. I basically want to say, can't talk today, y'all. Are they bought and paid for? Is this... I mean, I think yes, but I'd really like to see what the cards say. Are they working for the people anymore? I mean, big media. I think there's independent media that's doing a good job, but overall... Is it corporate? Are they bought and paid for? Are they going to watchdog the president? Now, it's profits. They're just after profits. I don't think you can trust a thing. Ooh, honey. Wow. Okay, so looking at media, is media going to be the watchdog that we need it to be? No, I don't think so. We have so this is the trajectory of the media, okay? This is the energy of where it's going. And then we have the PTSD card. So it's like, oh, you better watch out, y'all. And then what do we see? What's here for them? It's money, it's money, it's more money. So they're after what pays them. This is not let me be ethical and do reporting because it's a very honorable job, and it is a very honorable job. This is let me see how much money I can make, and it may not be individual reporters either. This could be the overall overarching concept of these companies, and they're hiring people that follow suit that'll just write whatever they want. We also see this. Now this is real interesting. So I do think there is some manipulation going on by the media. That is here. You have the card of illusions, you have the guilty card, and you have the wish card, which for me is really coming across as very smug, but also saying, hey, I can tell you whatever I want, and you'll believe it. So I think we have individuals that are doing a good job, and little companies that are doing a good job. But for the most part, it's all about the money. We knew this already, but I don't think you're going to get anything out of the media unless they dislike a certain president, a la Joe Biden. I believe that media is being paid. Honestly, I really do. That's not psychic. That's just my own belief. I'm like, you guys just turned on Joe Biden super quick. I get it. It's a story you want to chase down, but the amount of stories about Biden's age far outweigh the amount of stories about Donald Trump being a convicted felon. He's not that much younger than Biden. They're not asking his ass to step down. He's a convicted felon. They were like, no, he can run. But the guy that had a bad debate, I'm so mad, you guys. I know, it's been like a week, and I'm still mad about it. All right, let's look at what this does for Trumpy. And then I want to take a look at Chevron before I go, and then we will dive into the Joe Biden, is he still going to run for president? What the hell's going on reading? And please do remember when you sign up for Patreon or thirdEyeChampagne.com, you can sign up the lowest tier. That's only $11 if you are cash strapped. But you are also supporting a female-owned small business. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. We got to take care of each other, y'all. We got to take care of each other. Nobody's going to do it for us. No, certainly no corporation is going to do it. Okay, Trumpy's in his own cards. Oh, he's a happy man. He is so stoked. He is so stoked. Okay, so Trumpy's here in his own cards. There he is. He was also handed the cup. There it is. He's like, yes, this is fabulous. Wheel of Fortune comes in for him, which basically says, hey, here you go. This is like your fortunes have turned. You're doing a great job. Here we go. He's very, very happy. He's ecstatic. He's got the 10 of Cups here, which is the card of happiness. He's over here on, more cards. Okay, check this out. So he's like, yay, I won. He is feeling himself because of this ruling. Then you have the Sun, and then you have the 2 aces here. So he feels like he was handed a victory. He also feels like he was handed a new beginning, brand new energy, but also this authority, his authority. He is in his authority. He is like, yep, that's me. I'm wearing the armor on the emperor. You can't get around me. I mean, literally, this man believes he's an emperor. So where does it go next for him? Well, yes, it benefits him, and we see that here. Again, handed the cup, so they were like, here you go, buddy, silver platter. We see that also here with this card is about your ship coming in, so it's really about doing very well and getting, returns on your investments. Interesting way to place that, to say that, but that's legit. He invested in the Supreme Court, and he got a return out of it. Does it help him legally? Yes and no. So yes, it does, but these are his end cards. So yeah, it's going to help him legally with the rest of his legal cases, but not 100%. So it's basically 50-50. It's not going to help, I think, maybe as much as he had thought it would, honestly. But it does help him. Okay, so let's take a peek at Chevron. This was the other ruling that the Supreme Court popped out. Say it like they popped out a baby. They just popped it out, and they basically said only judges have the authority. Isn't this lovely? More authority. Only judges have the authority to say, like, what is a thing? Good, Kirsten. Very articulate today. They yanked a lot of power away from agencies like the EPA, the FDA, and they're saying, oh, no, judges, we're the ones that can make those calls. They took a lot of power out of that. So basically, if you have a judge that has certain beliefs, whether they are legitimate or not, whether they are a subject matter expert in what is being brought before them or not, the judge can make legal rulings such as, oh, nope, you know what, DuPont can do whatever they want. They're not harming the environment. I, as the judge, have the ultimate authority. The EPA can't say anything. You can't sue them. You can't do anything about it because I'm telling you that what they're doing is just fine. So keep on dumping those cancer-causing chemicals into the rivers. That's basically what they just did. And I tell you what, it stands for longer than we would like. This ruling stands for longer than we would like. Quite a bit longer. Roberts is going to go down. John Roberts is going to go down in infamy as having one of the worst courts ever. This is all going to be hindsight. I mean, now everybody's like, it's bad, but in hindsight, and when everybody, I mean, it's mostly Democrats, because I think the Trumpers don't care. They're like, yeah, we won. They don't really realize what they've won is just like a lot of cancer and you know, skin problems and disease and early death. They're just like, yeah, we won. F you. The court will go down in infamy as one of probably the worst court ever. But it's going to take years. I will be an old woman by the time everybody is going, oh my God, you know, we can't believe it. So yeah, it's not good. It does a lot more harm. It sticks around a lot longer than we think. That is here. It's going to line a lot of pockets. So this ruling is going to make a lot of people, probably evil people, a lot of money. I'm going to ask, you know, its effect on the American people, but listen, it sticks around for a while. This ruling and its terrible, terrible effects, and they will not be great, sticks around for quite some time. So again, you know, you're going to need Congress. You're going to need a blue Congress, because a red Congress is not going to do this they don't care about people. They care about money. They care about making money and helping their friends make money, and that's all they give a shit about. And hurting people. They're really into that. We need a blue Congress to come in and give authority back to these regulatory agencies. Let's see how it affects the American citizens. Oh, there she is. There we are, America. Let's put her down. I'm telling you, it's not good. It sticks around for a long time. Air quality, yeah, I mean, everything gets worse. It does. It truly does. I hate to be the harbinger of doom, as I so often am. And I know a lot of people stopped watching me because of that. They were like, you know what? She's not telling us what we want to hear. She cusses too much. We're out of here. That's fine. Go. I will always tell you the truth as I can foresee it to the best of my ability. And that is something that should be valued. So there. I'm feeling very soapboxy today. I am feeling very soapboxy. This damn Biden thing's got me so mad. All right. Let's see. I'm open for readings, by the way. Did I mention that? I am open. August and September books are open if you'd like to book. I will have the link down there. You can do everything online now, but if you're not comfortable with that, you can still email me and ask for an appointment. And readings are still on sale at $275. That's for a 60-minute Zoom. I record that Zoom for you so you have it forever. And let's see where we go here. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. Okay. Ooh. All right. So at first, here's the court making the decision. Okay, fine. That's there. We see that here. The court was like, yeah, we're just going to throw things off balance. Great. At first, nothing happens. At first, it's like, same. Everything is fine. Okay, great. But The next card's not so hot. So we do have the card of grief and heartbreak. Wonderful. We have the burden, we have the conflict card, and it's not just the US. The cards are saying, hey, it's the world. You're screwing over the world. Letting these agencies do whatever they want, and God knows what they're going to do, right? You're screwing over the world. So it's not just us. It brings in the burden, it brings in conflict and chaos, likely in the form of climate change and God knows what else, to the rest of the world. Eventually, at some point, there is a wake-up call. Who knows when? But again, it's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. And this is interesting to me because I truly think this is going to make the Supreme Court members a lot of money. Now, I have to say this with the Supreme Court. There are some people in the, it's pretty much divided down ideological lines. There are some people in the Democratic Party that I swear to God are like Nancy Pelosi. To me, she's an agent of Mitch McConnell. I just feel like she's working against good shit so much of the time. I don't feel that way about Kagan or Sotomayor or Jackson. I don't think that they're secretly working with the Roberts Court. I think they're solid, cool-ass people that know what they're doing. I do feel that there are some Democrats that are like whichever way the wind blows, and it just drives me nuts because I feel like they're working for the other team sometimes when it suits them or when they're getting a benefit out of it. Pelosi. But I don't feel that way about these 3 women on the Supreme Court. I do not. Let's see if there's anything else we need to know before I go. And I'm going to go straight into that Biden reading for members and patrons. So both of those will be up today. And I'll tell you what, y'all, I took a break in July, so I've only got a couple of readings in July, and that's a long story. I was testing out my new schedule thing, my online scheduler, and I forgot to take the test slots down, and people booked them. So I was supposed to have the whole month off because I needed the break. I was getting burnt out, and people booked them, so I was like, well, I guess I'll do them. I'm not going to reschedule them. I guess I'll do them. So, but I'm coming back in August, nice and refreshed. It's a really good time to get a reading, August and September too, especially because you want to look at, okay, we're at the kind of tail end of the year. We're coming downwards. What do I need to know for the rest of the year? Really good to get those kinds of readings in August and September, kind of get an overview of what's going on. Also, I tend to get very busy in November, December. So, if you're kind of like, oh, I'll just wait, you may not get in at that point. So anyway, it's a good time to look. Is there anything else we need to know? Yeah, kind of a disaster. It's kind of a disaster. Don't let people downplay this, is what I'm going to say here. Don't, like, it, and it also looks like there's another shoe that's going to drop here. Like, we're not done yet. They're like, well, you got more. There's more to my cousin Vinny. Shit, we're going to pile onto the top of the outcome of the case. There's more. So we're not quite done yet. We are not quite done yet. And the cards are showing me like we can't really see it. Like our backs are to our fate. So we can't quite see the true fallout from what the Supreme Court has done. Do not let people tell you you are being hysterical, because I think that, I don't want to say panic is warranted, but I think a strong reaction is absolutely warranted. Absolutely warranted and absolutely natural. They brought upon disaster. Like, they're like, look, you guys, there's a disaster. We got again the authoritarian stuff here, and they've made themselves the emperor as well. It's not just that they're empowering a corrupt president, but they've also said, hey, guess what? We're the ones running the country, so have fun. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. It's going to bring some instability in. It really, truly is. It's not going to be pretty. We're in for a rough ride. And I say that so that you can prepare yourself. I don't want to give you sunshine and lollipops if it ain't sunshine and lollipops. Because I feel that, number one, forewarned is forearmed, but also I think shock is worse than knowing something crappy is coming and being able to do something about it, than just have it land in your lap and you're just going, oh my God, I don't even know what to do with this. So it ain't pretty. We're going to have some rough waters here. The way it affects people individually, I mean, it's very much like, oh, okay, like, you know, where I live, Chevron, Richmond, they're always, you know, the people are like, you guys are dumping shit on us. We're all sick. We all have asthma. The way that it's going to play out in individual lives is just like that. Chevron Richmond is going to be allowed to dump as much crap in the air as they want, and, you know, people's asthma is going to get worse. Some people will probably have asthma attacks and pass away. I mean, it's like, you know, they're going to have other problems crop up. So, you know, we have to be really diligent looking at that kind of thing, because that's how it's going to trickle down to the people. Oh, the FDA can't regulate this anymore. We'll put lead in the food. You know, it's going to be health. It's going to, a lot of it, I think the vast majority of what they've done here, aside from, you know, it's not illegal if the president does it, is going to be health related for people. So, you know, my advice to you, write your Congress people. Tell them, you got to fix this. Tell them, I want you to look into, I want you to fix this. I want you to take care of this. I do believe you're going to get, eventually we're going to get a Congress that is amenable to that. It's going to go, yep, we're going to take care of it, and they will do so. I think the more pressure we put on them, the quicker we're going to get it. Because right now these cards are showing me this thing is lingering, which I don't love. So there you go, my friends. There's your reading for the day. Again, if you want to see the Biden thing, and I'm also going to be reading on the UK, their new situation, which is fabulous because it's been Tory for so long. We're going to do a little double header. I hope to see you there, my friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for everything and for sticking with me. And, you know, tell your friends, tell your family, pass the word along. I'm still kind of shadow banned. Not kind of, I am. I'm still shadow banned by YouTube. So when you can tell other people about me, it really, really helps.